Hey. Cookie Mama, what's up? Original Cookie Mama, what's up? Welcome to the live. Hey. Jerry Yazzie, what up? Mrs. Nay, what's up? Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. Pretty good. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the live. For those who don't know, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. I make music. You are now tuned into my live stream. I am streaming on TikTok, I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm streaming on Instagram at the same time. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to like the live. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me. And make sure to gift me over here. My goal is to reach these 10 teddy bears. Yeah. And subscribe to me. A God, what's up, a God? Hey, Castro, Dungeon 4, what up, Castro? Sharon Ramsey, good morning, handsome. Good morning, Sharon. Welcome to the live. How you feeling? Jared, appreciate you for the teddy bear. Hey. I started today with my own music today. Sometimes I start with other people's music, but you know. Melissa, welcome to the live. Appreciate you. This is my song called Daylight. Y'all probably never heard it, but tap in with me. What's up, what's up, what's up? For those who don't know, my name is King Hoodie. I go live 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. We in here for dope vibes and dope conversations. We just warming up. But I'm really loving the space. Welcome, 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 welcome. For those who don't know, my name is King Hoodie. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. I make music. You're now tuned into my live stream. I'm live streaming on Sharon. You have some really long hair. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been growing it for a little while, Sharon. I'm live streaming on TikTok. I'm also live streaming on Instagram, and I'm also live streaming on YouTube at the same time. When this live is done, you can go straight to my YouTube channel. And Tori 305555, straight up Tori, we in here. When this live stream is done, you can go straight to my YouTube channel and you can rewatch all the lives. This live is gonna be saved. So if something was said in the live that you really like, something was done in the live that you really like, you can go and relive it as soon as the live is done. You just go to my YouTube channel, link is in my bio, hit my bio, go straight to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the kid, King Hoodie. We uploading content every Monday through Friday now in the form of these hour-long lives. So shout out to us, feel me? Hannah, what up? Good morning, Hannah. Welcome to the live. Today is the last day of Ramadan. I made it fasted for 30 days. Hey, shout out to you, Hannah. That's what's up. Rockstar Raw, welcome to the live. Castro, what's up? Welcome to the live. I'm about to play Daylight again. This feels like an appropriate morning song, you know what I'm saying? Hannah, that's what's up. So you fasted for 30 days straight? Today is called... So you look, I would say this name, however, when I went to Egypt, I kept saying the city that I was in, and TikTok kept banning me, so I don't want to say any like Middle Eastern names on here anymore. I was like, yo, I'm in, bruh, it kept banning me. It kept like, ban me like twice. Once it banned me for like 2 days, then it banned me for like a week. So I'm not gonna say any name that I can't say. I don't know why. But that's what's up. Congratulations, Hannah. You done fasted for 30 days? Yo, this song in the background is my song, Daylight. It's a great morning song. I never played it in the morning, but I'm like, okay, yeah. Hey. Trying to get a buff for me is hard, you must come harder first. Waiting on success is like a comma. What's up, man? Welcome to the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. How you mad when you still you never working? Hey, love, energy. Hey, what's up, Jasmine Major? Welcome to the live. Rolanda Johnson. What's up, Rolanda Johnson? Good morning. What album is this old song on? This is not on the album, it's a single. So if you go to my Apple Music, it's a single. So you just gotta look up King Hoodie Daylight. Hey, Jasmine Major, what's up? Let's see. Daylight, yeah. The song, Daylight, yeah. This song's called Daylight. I gotta see what it is, cause YouTube keep like kind of blocking my videos when I be playing other people's music. So now I gotta choose the right kind of music to play. I listen to Under the Bridge. Hey, appreciate you, Hannah. Hey, yeah, you gotta go listen to my music. What's up? Love the Go Strong vibes. What's up? Love the Go Strong vibes. Okay, what's up? And then this is probably like a summertime song. This song I got called All Right. This is another good song too. It's like a very like, what's it called type of song. How y'all feeling this morning, man? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the live, everybody. You know we tapped in. This is space for good vibes, good conversation, love, energy, unpacking traumas. Hey.
Tell them I can't stop, I'm an addict. I'll be back at it. I'll be back snapping on tracks, so illmatic in fact. I lose sleep and I nap. It goes deeper than rap. I hit the streets with a sack. Miami Heat what I pack. I went to cool, relax, and what's lit to relax. I took the shit to the max. From the back of the back. From the back of the class.
I'm good, love. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I need to check this. I listen to Energy on repeat. Hey, Energy. Appreciate you, Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine Major. Yeah, Energy. Energy's a great song. That's a lot of people like Energy for some reason. Can't give me a chance to dance with the trigger. I'll be the one that you can bank on me. House of Pain. Hey, come on now. Here for it. Zion, what's up, Zion? Welcome. Hey. Let them know that everything's free and I like it. This is a song you just kind of listen to as you ride. You gotta go somewhere and just jam this. Like, just listen to it as you go somewhere. This is a cruising song for sure.
It's alright.
I was living in an apartment, so I was like, I'm living in a concrete box in the sky. I wonder why nobody ever told me I could be this fly. Both hands on the wheel while I drive. Open eyes, so that I could be the light witch doctor.
Everything I practice is proper.
LOA attract me an Oscar.
No, I could be awkward.
No, I could be missing things proper, but part of me don't want to do it proper. So this is it.
Proper. Popping with the girls all popular.
Popping up
the world like a whopper. Riding with my Space Jam goons, watching Space Jam 2 in my
Space Jam. I'm a mobster, turn into a concrete shoes. I'm a mobster, the crabs in the bucket. I'm a lobster. I became a watcher. Hella pair hoodie in the concert to show them everything we could accomplish. Like a couple thousand. Hey.
City like a falcon.
It's easier than buying me an outfit when we getting out. This struggle part of town with the lousy deadbeat daddies by the thousands and mamas hold us down. Everything you do, they say they proud, but really hoping that they make it out.
You know you wanna be that and see that and need that charge.
Grand Rising, Widow chasing smiles.
Picking apart the floor like you boxing your own opponent, alright? And I like it.
Love this. All the beats I make are for driving. Hey, I used to race Mercedes. Okay. Okay. Hey, go. Oh, hey, Hannah, appreciate you. You said Whopper. I did say Whopper. Yeah, I did. This is probably like a really good summertime song. I did say Whopper. I said concrete shoes, I'm a mobster. To crabs in a bucket, I'm a lobster. That's that little rap shit that you just put in there. To all the crabs in the bucket, I am a lobster. You're not gonna stop me. This is a song got how deep. Hey, Bree Nicole. So now I remember where I know you from. It's been years. Okay. Where you know me from? Brex Nicole.
Super bad, kind of spread, working bags. You got what they wish they had, and I know you got the
Hey, can it be us? Can it be real? Can it be trust? Can it be life with a little bit of lust? Remember the time spitting the verse on the back of the bus? Good morning, Hoodie fan. Good morning, Jared. What's up? From North Miami. When you say North Miami, Burrito, what do you mean? When you say North Miami, you mean North Miami the high school, or you mean North Miami the place? North Miami the place, yeah. Over 9 years ago. All right, you gotta explain. You gotta explain. How deep is yo? Hey, 9 years ago. Baby, I ain't asking for no. This for me. People love this song. It's like a summertime song.
College grad, working bags, you got what they wish they had, and I know you got that gun, so I'm saying, know how deep is your love? Is it worth it?
Do you know AJ the R&B General who's from Miami?
How deep is your love?
I never heard of AJ the R&B General. Never, Jasmine. Hello, we had beef. What beef? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Bree Nicole, his daughter. What beef do we have? You dropping like subliminals. You dropping subliminal. Oh, I know you. I know you from this part of town. We have beef. We have problems. Okay. All right. All right then. Hey. How long does it take you to create these songs in the studio typically? That's a great question, Hannah. How deep is your love? This was an easy song to make. I would say that last one was an easy song to make. That last song was an easy song to make mainly because my homie Kingpin, he came up on the hook and he just he made the hook really easy. I play 10 Lights Out in America. Actually, no, I want to play Materialize. I'll play this whole thing. That last song was really easy to make. My homie sent me the beat, I wrote to it, and then we got somebody to sing on the hook, and then I just rewrote the verses. It was easy to make, but it was hard to mix for some reason. Typically, it doesn't take me a very long time. Like, if I'm in the studio with a lot of people, I write faster. There's something about me with other people in proximity, and this is what I'm understanding now. Like, I do better for other people than I do for myself, if that makes sense. And I didn't know that until like recently. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely do better for other people than I do for myself, which is crazy. So like, let's say I'm in a room by myself, it might take me an hour, maybe 2 hours to write a song. If other people are there though, I'll write a song in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Bam, 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 bam. And that's one thing I found out about myself. When I went into like studio sessions, is like competitive environment with these other artists, I was killing that shit. I was like, man, I'm about to stop playing with me. Bam, 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 bam. And that was easier. But typically, it probably takes me it could take me anywhere from like an hour to like maybe 2 hours to write a song now, you know? This was an easy song to write too. It's a song called Out the Mud on my last project. But what's up, man? Welcome to the live. For those who don't know, my name is King Hoodie. Bree Nicole or Brex Nicole, she just dropped a whole bunch of subliminals about how we got beef, and then she's not telling me where the beef came from. So I'm curious. My mind is racing. Because I don't have beef with a lot of people. But yeah, welcome to the live. Why you doing that? I'm telling you because I want to figure it out. What beef? What beef we got? Where the beef at? But yeah, welcome to the live. For those who don't know, my name is King Hoodie. I make music. God gave you a servant's heart. So when God gave you a servant's heart. So when you are in proximity to others, it's your catalyst. That's very interesting. God gave me a servant's heart, so when I'm in proximity to others, it's a catalyst. That's actually very awesome, to be honest with you, because I've noticed it about myself. Like the other day, I was going for a run. I'm running down the street, and I'll be tired, and I'm like, damn, I'm tired, very tired. And then when I see other people around me, whether it be cars or people on bikes, I somehow go a little harder. I'm like, okay, bam, killing it. And it's the same thing I feel like recently. Like, I was kind of looking for purpose, and like, yo, what's the purpose in me doing this? What's the purpose in me doing this? Like, what am I doing these things for? I remember when my mother was alive, a lot of things I was doing was for her. And then when she wasn't around, now I had to ask myself these other questions. And I feel like it's people. It's something about people make me want better. Something about, like, I could get around certain people and I'm like, yo, for some reason, you make me want to do better. You make me want to do better, feel better, accomplish some things. You make me want to get some money. You make me want to do things. I don't know why, but it is like that. Because when I'm by myself, I feel like sometimes I could just be like unmotivated. Like, what is the purpose? What's the purpose of this? So that's very interesting. Servant's heart. That's so crazy. That's deep, Jasmine. That's deep, Jasmine. That's deep. We want to know too. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Bree says we was in high school. Wait, we were in high school together? We were both in high school? You went to North Miami Beach? I don't know, Bree. Something's not adding up in this story. Something's not adding up. Yeah, chasing smiles. I want to know too. You see someone, it gets your blood flowing. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, Taisha. What up, Taisha? Welcome to the live. Yeah, honestly, that's interesting. That's an interesting concept. I never thought of that, man, but that makes so much sense now. So how do you fix that then? Like, how do you become self-motivated? Or is self-motivation even a thing? You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I don't know. I'm gonna follow you though. I'm gonna follow you, Bree, because maybe I can figure this out in the near future. Because I'm drawing a blank right now. It's Tay. It's Tay Shy. It's okay. You'll get it. Tay Shia. Tay Shia. Tay Shia. Tay Shia. It's Tay Shia. I got it. You pretend like your projects are for someone else. Yo, that's deep. Yo, that's like hacking yourself. That's like fake. That's like hacking yourself. Kinda. Huh. You pretend like your projects are for someone else? But that's weird. So how do you get self-motivated then? I think that's the question then. Like, yo, cause me, I would like to be the kind of person that's self-motivated. Like, I don't need nobody else. I could just motivate myself. But I feel like, and I find that I just go harder when other people are involved, you know? For some reason, I just like, yo, okay. For me, it's like whatever. But when you're involved, yo, okay, I gotta show up because bam. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. Yeah, it's a weird hack. And then when you get the momentum, I bet that you can keep going. Yeah, that's deep. But you know what's interesting about what you said about having a servant's heart? A friend of mine told me this a little while ago, right? And I was blown away by this. I have a friend in Miami. He goes by the name King B. He's like a I don't even know how to. He's in the industry. He's like an A&R and an artist manager. He's been in Miami for years, and he made a post one time about like something about like, yo, a lot of people want to call themselves king, but they don't know what being a king means. I was like, explain this to me. So I DM'd him. He was like, explain this to me. What you mean by that? He's like, a lot of people want to be called king. A lot of people want to be called a king. A lot of people want to be referred to as a king. A lot of people want to be treated like a king and you know, behave like a king. But most people don't understand that to be a king is not to be somebody who just stands above everybody else. He said, yo, to be a king is to be a servant to your people. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's what it means to be a king. So anybody who's walking around trying to call themselves a king is just like, you might just be all up in your own. You just want a high position because it's a high position. And that ain't it. He said, bro, to be a king, you got to be a servant to your people. You're the ultimate servant. And I was like, damn, that hit hard. You know what I'm saying? His name is King B. So I'm like, damn. And then my name is King Hoodie. So I'm like, damn. He's like, yeah, you got to be a servant to your people. And I'm like, you know what's interesting? I resonate with that more than I resonate with I'm popping, so call me a king. Like, I never understood that because I never felt that way. I never woke up and was like, I'm so amazing, get up underneath me. Like, I never thought that. I never felt that way about myself. Like, I'm still working on my self-esteem as I get older. As I get older and I learn more about myself as life keep going, I'm still learning about me. But to be a servant to my people, that makes more sense. Because I can walk inside a room, even if it's not my party, I'll walk inside a room and I'll make sure everybody's straight. Yo, what's good? Are you good? You need some? You need some? You need some? You good? Are you good? Are you good? And I'm not just like pacifying these people. I'm just genuinely hitting them up like, yo, how are you doing? How you feeling? What's up? How you feeling today? And so it's deep. But like what Jasmine just said about like a servant's heart, that's deep, yo. Because what's the difference between a servant and a slave? How do you maintain being a servant, but then also not become like, how does it not become slavery? How do you not become like a puppet for other people's design and a puppet for other people's desire? Because I have friends like, I have one friend specifically, she was just telling me she wants to work on boundaries when it comes to her friends because she finds that she'll like do anything for her friends. Anything my friends ask me for, I'll just pop out and I'll go and do it. And it's like, man, to be that kind of person is like, you're kind of a slave to your friends. And then why? Why do you want to please those people so much? Why are you so like, do you need acceptance? Do you need validation? Are you codependent? Like, what is it? You know? Let me see. Facts, servitude, not dictatorship. Facts, Hannah. 100%, Jasmine. I literally just had this realization yesterday. Killy, what's up, Killy? Jared, that's how I feel about owning my business. I need to set up my people, treat them good. Right. Facts. Yo, that's what happened after my dad passed away. I came home and instantly went into servant mode. After my dad passed away, I came home and instantly went into servant mode. Boundaries and morals set servitude versus slavery. Boundaries and morals set servitude versus slavery. Okay. Set them apart. Now I get it. Like, okay, so a servant has boundaries and a servant has morals. A slave just does anything that someone else requires of them so that they can survive, essentially. That's deep. King, kind, intuitive, nice, go-getter. King, hey. I was about to say Taisha one more time. Hold up. Sorry. Let me go back to the spelling of it. Tayshia. Yep. Tayshia. I was going to say Taisha one more time. Tayshia. Yep. She done dropped the... It's okay. You got it. She done dropped the acronym for it. King, kind, intuitive, nice, go-getter. Hey, that's a bar. Nah, look. This is real, man, because what does it mean to be a servant to your people? You know, like Jasmine just dropped a really good like explanation of what it is. A servant has boundaries and morals and a slave does not. There's a book called The Greatest Salesman in the World written by Og Mandino. I just read it and I only read it because Matthew McConaughey read it. And when Matthew McConaughey was talking about it, he was talking about it in a book. He was like, yo, there's a book that changed my life. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World, written by a dude named Og Mandino. He said he opened it up to this page, and this is him talking to his book. He was like, man, I opened it up to a page when I was in college, and a friend of mine had it. And on the first page that he saw, it said, form good habits and become their slave. And he was like, what? He's like, whatever that was blew his mind, so he had to go back and read the entire book. And so he read the whole book, and that book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, changed his life. And I was like, man, I don't know if that whole thing gonna change my life, but that little phrase that you just said is a bar. Form good habits and become their slave. Form good, because nobody wants to be a slave. You think about it, like, I don't want to be, first off, I'm a black male in society. I damn sure don't want to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a slave. I don't think anybody wants to be a slave. Everybody wants to be like, oh, I'm the king, I'm the queen, I'm the boss, I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm the chairman, I'm the president, I'm the VP of executive sales and marketing. Like, everybody wants these high titles. Everybody wants to be considered a C-suite executive. Nobody wants to say I'm a slave. However, whether you call yourself the king or whether you call yourself a slave, you're still going to show up and do what you got to do at the right time in the right place. The Rock could go up inside the gym and The Rock could say, I'm a king of these weights. Or he'd go up in there and say, I'm a slave to these weights. It don't matter because at 5 a.m., I'm going to be in here and I'm going to be hitting these weights. So when I saw that Og Mandino quote that said, form good habits and become their slave, I was blown away by that. I'm like, damn, yo, that's a ball. What would you do if you formed good habits and became their slave? So that means that I'm a slave to my good habits. That means I'm a slave to waking up early. That means I'm a slave to going to sleep on time. That means I'm a slave to eliminating distractions. I'm a slave to reading books. I'm a slave to focusing on my job and on my money. I'm a slave to dedicating to my family. I'm a slave to some of these things. I'm a slave to these good things. Form good habits and become their slave. It made me think for a while, bro. It just made me think for a while. I was like, yo, what does that even mean? That might be one of the most powerful things I've ever heard in my life. Form good habits and become their slave. That's crazy. That's like saying raise these children and then become their slave. Because you're telling me to like form this thing, form good habits, create these habits, get these habits in tow, and then become a slave to them. What are you talking about? Because if you call yourself the king to it, that means you got power over it and you could just kick it to the side whenever it's inconvenient for you. However, if you're a slave to this good habit, that means you're going to do it no matter what. So the slave approach might actually be better. Form good habits and become their slave. Y'all could just put that on a t-shirt and send it out to the world. I feel like I can talk about that all day. Form good habits and become their slave. Become a slave to your good habits. Another man, Winston Churchill, said never, and I'll look it up so I don't butcher the quote. Winston Churchill says, and I remember this because I read it in a book one time, and he was talking about never giving up. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Winston Churchill says, never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. And I thought that was a bar too. He said, never give in. Never, 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 never. Never give in nothing, great or small, large or petty. Never give in. Except to convictions of honor and good sense. I'm like, damn, you just said never a million times, bro. Never give in. Never, 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 never give in anything, large or small, great or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. That's a bar too. It's the same. It's like they're saying the same thing. Form good habits and become their slave. Never give in to anything except convictions of honor and good sense. That means you never gonna yield ever. Don't ever back down. You go for that thing, you get it. The only time you ever yield and the only time you ever give in to anything, give in to something good. Give in to a good thing. Give in to honor and give in to, convictions of honor and good sense. That just kind of blows my mind. But it's like, yo, bruh. Yo, words can change your life. Like, why do you think people are paying so much money for mentors and gurus and guides and to go to these seminars and to go to these conferences and to go to these like mastermind groups? People are paying this is a multi-million-dollar, if not $1 billion industry. Mish, what up, Mish? I guess a multi-million-dollar, if not $1 billion industry. And the reason being is not because these people are changing your life. Nobody from the stage at any of these conferences is actually going to jump down from the stage, run up to you, give you a check, invest in your business, staff your business, organize it, give you a position in the company where you're making more money than everybody else, and then proceed to just craft your life for you. No one's going to do that. However, what they are going to do is give you what you need to organize that stuff for yourself. That's a bar. Words can change your life. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to that. Like the greatest way to fall out with me, and I've said this, man, my love language is words of affirmation. The greatest way to fall out with me is to say bad things. You say enough bad shit near me, bruh, it's over for you. Even if you're saying it only about yourself. It's like, oh, nah. If that's how you treat you, I'm terrified to know how you really gonna treat me. I can't hang with you no matter what. The greatest way to lose me as a friend is to misuse your words. What does the Bible say? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was a rabbit? No. The Word was a child? No. The Word was unimportant? No. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So everything we know about God, like as great as God at plants and trees and mountains and smoke and fire and earthquakes and brimstone, bruh, it said the Word was God. Words. The Word was God. Meaning this word, and it also says like, the power of life and death is in the tongue. Yo, words, bro. Your words mean a lot. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but I think your words are a window to like your mind and your spirit. You feel me? Because what you tell me, what you say about yourself tells me everything I need to know about you ever. And I'm beginning to understand that now. Like that quote, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. Bro, I slept on that for years because I thought for a long time people just didn't know who they were. Like, maybe I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, even though you're saying a lot of the worst shit imaginable to yourself and everyone around you, because maybe you just don't know enough. Maybe you're just not, aware of what you're saying. Maybe you're just ignorant or oblivious to this fact. I'm going to just stay with you long enough until you get this picture, so you get the point. Little did I know they're never going to get the point, because the point is not something I can put inside of them. The point is a hunger inside of them to have it for themselves. I can never force you into the gym. I'm going to go to the gym regardless in the morning. I don't give a shit if you go or not. I'm sorry. I just don't. I can't care. I'm going to go. I can tell you, hey, come with me. If you don't show up, I'm not going to not go. I'm still going to go because I understand something. I can only force you in the gym so much. If you want to lose weight, I could push you into the gym and I could push you and I could be your accountability partner and we can hang out and I can give you pre-workout and I can give you a talk. But bruh, if it don't get inside you, if it doesn't like come from you, you're not going to go. The second I don't force you into the gym, you don't go. The second I don't call you and tell you, hey, pull up, you're not going to be there. Like, I'm realizing you can't push people to progress. You can't push anyone into anything better. It has to be a pull. And the pull has to come from inside of them. I want success, there's no one next to me that is talking about or desires success more than me. No one is pushing me to do this shit. It's a great desire inside of myself. Something inside of me is pulling at this thing and it's gnawing to get to it. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know what the actual reason is. And that's what kind of started the conversation about like being motivated from yourself or being motivated by other people a little earlier. But like, bruh, it has to be a pull. It has to be something that pulls you. Progress isn't brought on by somebody pushing you. It's not a push, it's a pull. This thing over here has got me. I used to say this too. I'm like, bruh, it's one thing to have an idea, right? Like, I've had that. We all have ideas. It's one thing to have an idea. It's one thing to have a belief. It's one thing to have an idea. It's a completely different thing when an idea has you, though. Like, that's a completely different ball game. Like, if I got an idea to make music, that's like a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's a pull for me to write. Straight up. Like, if I have an idea, that's one thing. Like, oh, bet, I got me an idea. I'm about to hit the streets and now I got an idea. That's one thing. But it's a completely different animal when the idea has me, though. And that's the problem with, like, me and music and just the way that I live my life. It's like, yo, I don't even have a choice. It has me. You know, I don't have it. It has me. It's one thing when you got an idea in the palm of your hand. You can either do it or not do it, ball it up, throw it away, have it, whatever. It's a little idea, you got it. It's a whole nother thing once you become aware of the fact that I'm sitting in the hand of something way bigger than me. Like, I'm the thing. It has me. I don't have it. It has me completely. Because left, right, up, down, I'm in this thing. I'm in the palm of something bigger than myself. And when you become aware of that, it's like your choices become a whole lot easier. Because now you know, yo, I don't have no way to duck and dodge this thing. Either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. And not doing it is not an option. There's either doing it or dying. And I'm not going to willingly die. Even if I wanted to, I just wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole nother idea when an idea has you. Like, I've been enamored. I've been caught by something for a long time. And it has me. I can't leave it. Even if I want, I could run away from it. But as far as I run, I'm still in the palm of this thing. If I run from my destiny my entire life, I could run from my dreams. I could run from the scary parts of my hustle my whole life. But at the end of my life, when I'm 80 years old and I done lived my life working for somebody else, chipping away at a block, got a little retirement, got a watch, kicked me out the office, and I'm sitting on my deathbed at 80, 90 years old, the sad reality is, bro, I'm still in the palm of that thing. That's why on the last day of your life, you're still going to remember your dream. That's the only thing you're going to think about the most. At the very last day, you're going to still think about the dream that you didn't accomplish, the thing that you didn't do, the places that you didn't go, the lives you didn't touch, because you're still in the palm of this thing. You will never leave it. You ran your whole life only to get from the palm to the finger. And it's like, yeah, you're still there though, bro. That's why it's still in your heart, because it's still your calling. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody one time in a book say, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And I was like, damn, okay. Mark Batterson said that in his book, Chase the Lion. He said, God doesn't call the qualified. God isn't calling lawyers and doctors and this person, that person. God is not calling qualified people to do this thing. God is qualifying the people he called. He talks about David a lot in the Bible, how David was like out in the field when this guy came. I can't remember who. Y'all know the Bible way better than me. This guy came and was like, one of your sons is going to be the next king. And then the guy pulled up all his sons. He's like, nope, no. And David wasn't even there. He said, you don't got no more sons? He's like, oh, I got one son. He pulled him out from outside. He's like, oh, this is the one. He's the one. He's like, this is the least likely candidate. And he just goes on to talk about it like, yo, God doesn't call the qualified. God qualifies the called. That means when I'm going to call you and I'm going to qualify you on the way to get from where you are to what I called you to do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Joseph. Joseph had a dream on his brothers bowed to him. And then he told him about it. And he ended up being a slave. He ended up being a servant. He ended up being a prisoner. He ended up being all sorts of things. And then by the end of the day, those boys definitely did bow down to him. It's like, yo, I'm going to qualify you on the way, but I'm going to call you first. First, you're going to get called. And then on the way from where you at to where I'm telling you to come to, I'm going to qualify you on the way. And that's the road. That's why it's so hard and you're going through so many different things, because you're on the road to qualify. You're getting qualified right now. You're qualifying yourself in this great grand design that's much bigger than yourself. It's different. When you have an idea for something, that's one thing. But when an idea has you, that's completely different. It's a pull that you can't even deny. You just got to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I'm just kind of just going off. But let me see. What do the comments say? Boom. Delia says that's some good stuff right there. What? Isn't that called discipline? It is called discipline. Sounds negative, but it's actually positive. Right. The greatest miracle in the world and the choice are good reads by Og Mandino. Man, I got an Og Mandino quote written upstairs by my bed. Never because it's for your good. Right. Amen to that. That's right. I'm telling you. Facts. Same. Law. Very true. God spoke and created light. Right. The creator said, let there be light, and it was so. What you're saying is facts. It's true. Like, yo, the greatest way and the fastest way to lose me as a friend is just to not monitor what you say. If you say the wildest stuff around me, bro, I'm definitely going to leave you, because your words have power. Your words are creating the world around you. And if you're calling rain upon yourself, and I'm standing next to you as your friend, and I'm aware of the fact that you're calling rain upon yourself, that means that I am willingly choosing to get rained on with you, bro. I'm your friend. So if you're calling nothing but calamity into your life, and I'm your friend, why would I be surprised when the rain that's sure to come for you rains on me too? That bad shit that you call to yourself, why would I be surprised that I got rained on too? I shouldn't be, because I knew that I was choosing and electing to hang out with people that were wishing nothing but the worst on their life. This is the beginning and end. I know a story, man. Look, my sister had a friend. He was like a role model, like a 5,000 role model, the thing in school where the kids, boys got the ties and stuff. And he was a good kid. He was like a good kid, church-going kid, positive kid. He had no shame. You know some of them kids that like have no shame about being a good kid. Like, no, I'm good. I'm going to go do my homework. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like good kids. He was a good kid. They're at like a family gathering, right? Like Thanksgiving or something like that. He has a cousin. His cousin is like, yo, ride with me to the store real quick. So he jumps in the car with his cousin. They go to the corner store so his cousin gets some wrap. That was the story. Like, yo, I'm going to go and get some roll-up real quick. Pulls up to the corner store, parks his car, jumps in, goes and gets some wrap so he can roll up some weed. Some people who didn't like his cousin recognized the car, shot the car up. Brrr, shot the whole car up. Like, oh, that's him right there. Bam, 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 bam. Shot the car up. Drove off. The cousin, who's the good cousin, was sitting in the passenger seat. He caught every single one of those bullets that they shot to that car. He died right there in the passenger seat. The other cousin, who those bullets were meant for, was inside of the store at the time that the bullets went inside of his car. So one cousin is in the streets and he a hot boy and he's doing whatever he's doing that's incurring this kind of wrath outside. Another cousin is a good kid. The only reason why they're even together in life is because they're cousins. They had a family gathering. They got to go to the corner store to get something. The cousin's going to go up and get some roll-up, maybe a bag of ice for Thanksgiving or whatever the case may be. So this good cousin jumps in the car with the bad cousin. The enemies see the bad cousin's car and shoot the car, killing the good cousin. And the bad cousin is inside the damn grocery store, you know? And so he comes out, my cousin is dead now. This cousin that had nothing to do with none of the stuff that I'm doing just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong. He happened to be inside of my car when some ops seen my car. Damn. So I say that to say that my sister told me that, and that was one of her friends who died. And when she told me that, I was like, bro, that's crazy. Yeah, good kid in the passenger seat with a bad person. Never be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because everybody knew that cousin was bad and everybody knew that cousin was good. And there's no reason why that cousin got the bullets for that cousin. But that's just what happened. And so I learned a long time ago, I learned from that specific story, yo, if you're hanging out with people who are calling certain things to their life, you can't be surprised when that leaks on you. You can't be surprised when it happens to you too. If you hanging out with people that's depressed and calling rain upon their life, you can't be mad when it rains on you too, because you were with that person. I'm like, you can't really expect that though. Like, let's be real. You can't really expect, okay, I know this cousin and I'm gonna end up in some shit just by being in this cousin's car. You can't really know that. Personal story of my own. My cousins. I go to my cousin's wedding. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to my cousin's wedding. And y'all know this story. I've told it a million times. I'm like, yo, cool. My cousin having a wedding. I'm about to pull up to the wedding. It's all love. Just had this conversation. What up, James Glenn? I'm about to go to my cousin's wedding. Love is in the air. Life is good. Things are good. Things are great. Going, whatever. In my mind, I know, like, yo, I don't know. I had to think to myself, like, do I want to go to this wedding? And then I'm like, ain't nothing going to happen. Even though I know this side of my family can get down. Like, it get crazy over here. But I'm like, I'm still gonna go because it's a wedding. Ain't nothing gonna happen. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen, right? Bruh, go to this wedding. By the end of the night, I end up with a split eyebrow. Some other dude ends up just straight beat down in a parking lot. I end up gun out. One shot got let off. I'm in the back of a police car by the end of the night. My sister got robbed by the end of the night. It was the craziest shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? All because of coming to this specific wedding, you know? And the people getting married didn't have nothing to do with it. It was the other people that came to the wedding too. They was the ones that was acting up. This stranger talking to my cousin crazy. And then another family member from it turned out to be a mess. If y'all don't know the story, then y'all gotta hear me tell it because it's crazy. But I say that to say, I knew that. I had a mental, in my mind, I thought to myself, do I want to go to this wedding because some shit might go down? And I'm like, nah, nothing's going to happen because it's a wedding. Because it's a wedding, nothing's going to happen. It happened at the wedding. At the wedding. Damn. I knew this too. I knew this. I knew it. However, damn, you just know it. So I said it to say, and I love my cousin. Again, the people getting married had nothing to do with it. It was the other motherfuckers that came to the wedding that made it so crazy. So it's like, bruh, if you hanging with people that are calling calamity to their life, you cannot be mad when that calamity leaks on you. And I say that to say the greatest way to lose me as a friend is to be reckless with your words. Either to yourself, to me, that's quick. But to yourself, to other people, if I see you talking bad about yourself, if I see you talking bad about me, if I see you talking bad about other people, it's like, oh, for sure. You have to not be my friend anymore only because your words are creating your life and the words you're saying are terrible. So the life that you're living has to be terrible. If it's not terrible yet, it's about to get terrible. You're about to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell. You could tell the people that's going to have good things and have longevity. You could also tell the people that's not going to have longevity. I'm at the point right now as an artist, I only make music with people who I like as people. I've made music with people who I didn't like as people, but I justified it in my mind. Oh, this person got a following, or, this person is paying me for the verse and it's this way and that way, or I justified it okay, this is gonna be good because of it's an industry thing. This person got a this is a bigger artist than me. Let me do it. And in every single time, categorically, bar none, no exception, every single time I've ever gone up against my gut and said, nah, this logically makes sense for me to make a song with this person because of X, Y, and Z. That shit has always turned out bad. The vibes wasn't even that good in the studio. The song came out great, but then the aftermath is hell. Getting the paperwork done, signing this work, getting this done, getting that done. Cooperation after the fact. This person was not a good person. I knew it going into the situation, but I justified it, saying, oh, this is going to be worth it. And then now I'm at the short end of the stick with this thing because this person is extraordinarily difficult. And now I'm either I wasted my time, I got an incredible song that's never going to come out, or I'm just very annoyed by this person to the point where I feel like slapping you when I see you. And it just, what I keep learning from these instances is, if you don't like the person as a person, don't work with them. Don't work with them. And it's funny because I was watching an interview with Kim Kardashian randomly. Somebody was like, for the week, study Kim Kardashian. Or no, they was like, study Kris Jenner. Because I study somebody every week. And I study Kris Jenner. But studying Kris Jenner, I was hearing her speak and I was like, nah, you don't sound like you set the wave. You sound like you caught the wave. And so I started studying Kim Kardashian and I was listening to her speak. I'm like, yeah, you're the one who started the wave. This off the way you speak, even if I don't know nothing about your life, I can hear the way that you speak and the way you speak about business and enterprise and keeping a pulse on society. And I can tell, oh, you're the thinker over there. Your mama's catching the wave because she's your mama. But you're the one who's making those waves. You're the one that's making that stuff happen. Without you, that whole net falls. I get it. And I remember her saying the same thing. She was like, one thing that she learned in business was never go into business with somebody who you can't spend Christmas with. If you can't spend Christmas with the person, don't go into business with them. Because what you're going to find as you go into business is that you do end up spending an enormous amount of time with these people. It's not going to be, oh, you're my business partner and I only see you once a year and I don't got to deal with you that much because I really don't like you. I only got into business with you because you got money, clout, and power. Nah. No, you have to deal with this person a lot. So if you're going to go into business with somebody, never go into business with somebody who you couldn't spend Christmas with. I heard Kim Kardashian say that and I was like, that shit is valid. Because I don't even make music with people who I don't like because it's a much more joint process than you think. We're going to have to continuously have conversations. And if you start having mental breakdowns and you start flipping out and you sporadic and you got Tourette's syndrome or some crazy ass shit and it just ends up being bad, it's not going to work. Our relationship is gonna fall and fumble, and it's just not gonna work. So, yeah. Monitor the people you're around, bro. If you're around people who calling calamity to themselves, you can't be mad when your life starts falling apart. You know? I like that. When an idea has you. Straight up, Knee Supreme. About to finish this audit for the hospital. I'll see you tonight on my live or tomorrow on yours. Peace, Jasmine. See you later. Telling you. That's so sad. Right, that happened to me. I just knew how that story was going to end. Shake my head. Yeah. I'm telling you. That was bad. It was bad. Bad for the homie. Sorry for him. You have to break it down like that sometimes for people to get it, you know? Right. You can't just hang out with anywhere without considering the outcome. Facts. I remember. Right. Dang. Right. Yo. Anyway, you delivering an on-time message. Thank you, Knee Supreme. Is that what you want? Right. Me says, I may have gotten his name wrong, but Trendy Shelton just did an IG live and a podcast on collabs with the wrong people. Bro, I'm telling you. CKK, how tall are you? I'm 6'1". And how it can stop you or put you in the wrong direction? Mish, right. Let me see all up. Mish, following you, Mish. Right. How it can stop you and put you in the wrong direction. It's a fact. You're a smart guy for sure. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. But it's real, like, we gotta ask ourselves these questions. Though, Kim Kardashian said it, and I agree with that. Don't go into business with nobody who you can't spend Christmas with. Because you're gonna have to spend Christmas with them whether you want to or not. Like, you can attempt to avoid it, but a week before Christmas and a week after Christmas, you still have to talk business to this person. So really, you only want to do business with people who you actually like as people. That don't mean going to business with your friends. If you go into business with one of your friends, you run a risk of losing a friendship. I told my ex-girl that. She went into business with one of her friends. I was like, look, be cautious, because when you go into business with your friend, you're going to now have expectations for that friend that you didn't have when they were just your friend. So you got to ask yourself, like, yo, are you comfortable holding this person accountable, and are they comfortable holding you accountable for your business? Like, do you want to do that? It's like, oh yeah, it's going to be good. We're friends. So we're just going to have respect for each other. It's going to be good. And I was like, all right, cool. She went into business with her friends, bro, and like less than 3 months later, they were not friends at all anymore. And they despise each other. They don't even talk. Hey, appreciate you, Icy. Thank you for that. And it was like, yo, they were no longer friends anymore. And it was like, yeah, you're not friends. And I told you. And I didn't rub it in her face, but I was like, man, like clockwork, that shit happened. Fell right out of friend. You're not even talking to this person anymore. And then they did, like, and to be real, based on what my girl was telling me about her participation in this fallout, I was like, yo, hold up. Based on what you just said, you were wrong. You were wrong for that. You shouldn't have done that. You should have spoken to her about that. I mean, y'all should have an open flow of communication. Y'all got to talk to each other about that shit. You can't just do that shit. You can't just like change passwords and do some, like, you can't do that. And she didn't want to hear me. She was like, oh, well, it don't even matter because it's over now. I'm like, no, it does matter. That matters. And I remember having a conversation with her. We were in the Publix parking lot, and this is after my mother passed away. And I was like, look, if you can't take accountability for yourself and the things you do wrong, like, that's a deal breaker for me. I can't be with you. I cannot be with you if you are not, if you're the kind of person that you cannot be accountable. Like, you did something wrong. You got to admit you was wrong to that girl, and you got to fix that. To be real with you, if you would have pulled that shit with another girl who was from around the way, she wouldn't be so nice. She'll probably pull up on you and try to kill you. Like, yo, in certain areas, bro, let's be for real, life is cheap. Like, yo, bro, if you would have done that, like locked the girl out of her own account or done some crazy, dog, some of these girls would have tried to, like, dog, destroy you outside, beat you up, stab you, shoot you, kill you. You know, so you got to admit whatever you just did wasn't right. You better call that girl, like, and there's nothing wrong with saying you sorry and saying, yo, I messed that up, my bad. Fix it. But, like, at least admit that you was wrong, and she couldn't. She refused to. She fell out with the girl, and it was like, whatever. And she had been friends with this girl since high school. And I'm like, yo, and you chose to go into business with her. I'm like, yo, take accountability, bro. At the very least, dissolve the business friendship and at least maintain a personal friendship. Like, you can do that. But she was too in her bag. She's like, nah, I'm not wrong. She was wrong. I don't really care. I'm done with being her friend anyway. I'm off. And I'm like, damn, you done with being her friend? It's funny because you wasn't done with being her friend 3 months ago when y'all started this fucking business. But okay, now you just done with being her friend. It's like, so you created a business so you could lose the friend? There was an easier way to do that without having to, like, screw that girl over. Like, what's wrong with you? And she couldn't. She couldn't face that accountability, bro. And I remember that conversation. I'm like, yo, that made it obvious to me. Like, yo, you're willing to lose friends so that you can hold on to your ego. Like, you're willing to lose good people in your life so that you can, like, maintain your own ego so that you're feeling you could be okay with yourself. So if I'm willing to destroy you so that I'll be okay, yo, what are you gonna do to me later on in life? And I told her, I remember telling her that, yo, if you can't be accountable for yourself, we can't be together because you're diluting yourself. And eventually we're not together no more. But I said it to say, like, if you go into business with your friend, be very aware that you could lose that friend because you guys have to be accountable to each other in a manner that you didn't have to be accountable to before. We have to have conversations now that we didn't have when we were just friends. You could be late to my house. You could be late to the link, but you can't be late on that invoice, and you can't be late on that payment. And if you do, I got to be on your ass. And now you're going to see a different side of me, and now you may not like that side of me, and now you're looking at me like, oh, well, you know, people really don't like change. So now look, oh, you changed, your vibe didn't change. As soon as we went into business, her vibe didn't change. No, bruh. A business is a business. Friends are friends. She needed you to handle your business. Y'all were friends when you was irresponsible and funny and fun at a party. But the second she needed you to handle something, of course she's going to be on your ass about it. And of course she's going to want you to do it. And now, because you fear accountability, you can't stand it, and you running away, you shrinking away, shying away from it, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't really change. She just did what was supposed to get done in the business. And you couldn't handle that change in demeanor from your friend. You thought y'all was going to be able to key through business. So like, no, bro, y'all need to be on time. Y'all need to handle those things. I made it. What up, Dan B? Welcome to the live. To Shia. Tay Shia. Define a friend and a business friend. I would say a friend is a personal friend who you could like have personal engagement with, somebody whose vibe you enjoy, and also they enjoy your vibe. And also when like shit hits the fan, they're still there for you. So like, a friend is somebody who you can have good times with and bad times with, and they're still your friend through thick and thin. It's like, yeah, I still got you. And it's not one-sided. It's not like I'm your friend as long as you're doing things for me. It's like I'm your friend despite. If I come and if you don't got nothing to give me, I'm still gonna be your friend. If you homeless, you can stay at my house, you know. Or if we both homeless, let's huddle up and let's go both stay under the bridge together. Like a real friend is somebody who could be there for you and loves you for you and is there for you. You know, outside of everything else, they love your personality, they believe in you, and they want to share their life with you, you know? That's a real friend. A business friend is somebody who you guys bonded over your mutual interests in business. Like I have business friends, like people who I bonded with in my mutual interest for success. Yo, you want to go that way? I want to go that way too. You and I are definitely good. We don't need to spend Thanksgiving together. We don't need to have like, I end up having deep conversations with people anyway, but like, we just need to keep talking about and doing the things that we like to do together. Like, yo, you want to do a live show? I want to do a live show. You want to make it in the music industry? I want to make it in the music industry. You want to, you know, feed your fans? I want to feed my fans. Okay, cool. So now you and I are friends as a virtue of going in the same direction. Like we both like the same place that we're going, and we may be able to help each other get there. You know, if you're a graphic designer and I'm an artist and you want your work to be seen by the world and I need some dope graphics done, cool, we friends. Icy Angels, appreciate you, Icy. Thank you for the gift, Icy. Thank you, man. Yo, y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to keep sharing the live. Y'all make sure to help me reach my live goal. Icy just reminded me. I'm looking for 8 more of these teddy bears. So y'all help me get these teddy bears and follow me if you're not already following me. I appreciate y'all, straight up. Hey, my dog Leo Lighthouse in the building. What up, Leo? Yeah, so a personal friend is somebody who's really there for you just for you, outside of anything else. And a business friend is somebody who like you guys have a mutual interest. You guys have a mutual direction that you're going into. Like, so you both find solace in the fact that, yo, we're both going the same direction. Let's find a way to work together so we can both get to our goals. Let's both get where we want to go. Spike Lee and Denzel Washington might be business friends. Spike Lee wanted to direct and make a really awesome movie. Denzel Washington wanted to act and be a part of a really awesome movie. Boom, they came together, made Malcolm X and every other movie, Mo Better Blues and all that stuff. You know, they're business friends. Are they personal friends outside of that? You could develop a personal friendship outside of a business friendship, but I think it's very far and few in between where you develop a personal friendship that turns into a business friendship. You know, it's easier the other way. It's easier when we both already know, yo, we about our business. You about your cash, I'm about my cash. You on time, I'm on time. You about your shit, I'm about my shit. Cool. And then we bond over that. And then eventually, yo, if we go fishing or something, yeah, we might be able to hit it off. But we already established and set the precedent for our relationship. And the precedent is you serious about your shit. And I'm serious about my shit. We just happen to be going the same direction. So it's mutually beneficial for us to just go in the same direction together. But personal friends, a lot of times, they can't make that adjustment to business friends because you're trying to reestablish a precedent that was already set. I already set the precedent. I already said I was your friend because we was friends like this. The second we try to change that friendship, become like this, one of us is gonna play around. It's just unlikely. But when you start as business friends, yo, boom, you solid, I'm solid. We already doing things together. We already make good money together. Like, okay, cool, I like that. Then after that, if we decide to get personal, that's cool. And that can turn into something else. Because again, the precedent, like what you started as, says a lot about how you're gonna finish. How you start is really how you finish. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Gonna get me something to eat. Wanna have a blessed day. Peace, Timothy. Have a good day. Yeah, money changes people. Large amounts of it and accountability can make the right person bitter. Straight up. Let me see. A friend is known through adversity. Hey, facts, Dan B. Good morning. What up, Miss Good News? Welcome to the live. Icy Angels. Appreciate you, Icy. Tay Shia, thank you for sharing the live. I went through a divorce and had my brothers to talk me through a hard time. Facts, Dan B. Yep. That divorce wasn't easy, bro. Zenny. What's up, Zenny? Welcome to the live. Good morning. And subscribe equals show support and appreciation for what you are receiving. Hey, appreciate you, Icy. Very true. I like what you did with that receiving. Hannah, mixing business with pleasure is risky. Absolutely. Mixing business with pleasure is very risky. Good morning, Tahita. Welcome to the live. Hannah, I personally don't really care to mix the two. I'd rather not. It happens, though. It does happen. And again, you can't like control everything because sometimes you end up with people who are like business friends that turn into personal friends. Like, I love it. But one thing I know about my business friends that have turned into personal friends, it's still kind of always still about business. Like I have people that I became friends with on the job that I'm still friends with. And even when I go hang out with them nowadays, it still feel like business because we can still talk about like getting money together because that's how we met. That's how I met you. I met you getting money with you. I met you like getting money with you. So it's easier for us to talk about business because we already understand how each other work. We work with each other. We started being friends by working with each other. So it's a lot easier versus you're my friend, you're my homie, you're my whatever the case may be. And then I go to like try to like figure it out with you on a business tip. It doesn't really work like that a lot of times, you know? So, and again, I'm no business guru or expert. I've just done a good amount of stuff myself. Like I attacked this thing viciously and voraciously for years and I'm still attacking it and I'm still figuring it out. And I think one of the most valuable things that I'm figuring out right now is the art of the pivot. You know, a lot of times when people go down a certain, Lil Gucci, what's up? Hey, preach. What's up, Lil Gucci? A lot of times when people go down like a specific route and it doesn't work for them, they reroute the entire thing. They say, oh, I have to completely drop this thing and go to something else. And I've seen that happen in people's lives. They'll go down this route, it's not really working. So they'll throw the whole thing away and go down some completely different route. And what I'm understanding now is that, man, how close were people to an acres of diamonds if they would have just stayed there? You know what I'm saying? Tay Shia, thank you for answering my question. I have to go. Have a good live. Absolutely. Peace, Tay Shia. See you next time. Art of the pivot. You're learning me today. Hey, nah, Hannah, for real. And this is what I'm learning right now, like the art of the pivot. A lot of people go down one route, and if it's not working, they'll be like, oh, okay, I have to completely go left now. You were going north a second ago. Now you have to go east? Yeah, because north isn't working, so east must be the way. Wait, you're aware of east and west and south, so you think that if north isn't working, Jared, appreciate you, Jared. Yeah, 3 teddy bears. Appreciate you guys. 3 out of 10 teddy bears. Love it. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Jared. You're going north. You're going one direction. You're going north right now, and you've come to a fork in the road. You come to some sort of blockage, and so north isn't working. So now you think, okay, I have to go east or west or south. West or south. It's like, okay, you're aware of north and east and west and south. Okay, you're aware of all these other things. Icy Angel. Hey, appreciate you, Icy. Yeah. Appreciate you, Icy. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. I got 4 out of these 10 teddy bears. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I think this is the best teddy bear count I've done all week. Appreciate y'all. Straight up. Right. So, yeah, the art of the pivot. I'm going north. North doesn't seem like it's working. I have a blockage or something throws me off. North just doesn't seem like it's working. All right, now I'm going to go east. It's like, yo, you're changing direction completely when you've already made so much progress in north. Why would you completely change direction? Like, that doesn't make a lot. Oh, because north isn't working, so it must be east. No, because in between north and east is northeast. That's a whole direction. And in between even that, there's so many degrees of separation between north and northeast, and then north and completely east. Like there's small little alterations and pivots that you can make before completely giving up on an idea. And a lot of times we don't realize that until we study someone else's life and realize, yo, this person was failing until they pivoted. It wasn't a change. They didn't change. They didn't go to like some great grand follow Yogi. What up? Good morning, Yogi. Welcome to the live. They didn't completely change direction. They didn't change course. They just pivoted. It was a small change that they needed to make, a slight change. And sometimes we can't handle that. We think, okay, we're going with something, and we're so apt to give up that the second isn't working. We're like, we're ready to give up. We was ready to give up before we even started, but dedicate yourself and say, I'm going to go down this route no matter what, and you will find, whether you call it a pivot, whether you call it an alteration, a change in the plan, whatever, you will find that, okay, since I've dedicated myself to north, no matter what, and if there's some sort of obstruction, cool, I'm going to go 1 degree this way, 2 degrees this way, 3 degrees this way. I'm going to go as many different degrees as possible, still heading north until I get it popping. I'm not going to completely change direction just because north isn't working. Natalie, good morning, beautiful people. What up, Natalie? Welcome. What's up, Nat? Welcome. And so that's what I'm learning right now. What I'm learning is the art of the pivot. Like, instead of saying north isn't working, let me go east. It's like, no, bro. Between north and east is northeast. So before I completely just change direction, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to say, no, my plan, the plan that I set before is still a good plan. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. And sometimes when you're a person who's used to like just cut and dry, big moves, no, if it's not this, it has to be that, you can't understand a pivot. And you'll be surprised at how often you're so close to success, you just need to pivot just a little bit. Like you just need to, you know what I'm saying? Just a little pivot, just a little alteration to your plan, and you'll begin receiving massive success. It's like digging in a vein, looking for like oil, and you're not getting nothing. Nothing's happening for you. You'll be surprised at how often you're like, man, you chose this oil spot for a reason. You did the research, you did the work, you set the tools in place. You know there's something should be here, but it's not here. You'll be surprised at how often all you gotta do is pivot 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 25 degrees, and then bam, you hit a well, boom, tap right into it. But you were just a little off before. With good reason. This is your first time doing it. You're going to be a little off. So give yourself a little bit of credit and give yourself a little bit of time and give yourself a little bit of benefit of the doubt. But make that pivot. It doesn't have to be a great lifestyle change whenever something isn't working for you. Sometimes it's just a pivot. I like to use this movie as an example. If you guys ever seen the movie Founder, the movie about Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, starring Michael Keaton. He was doing this stuff like he was out here. He made a deal with the guys whose actual name was McDonald, the actual owners of McDonald, the real founders. He made a deal with them to franchise their business. So he was jumping state to state to state, selling McDonald's franchises, saying, yo, this is the greatest deal in the world. This is the greatest thing. You start your own McDonald's. It's going to be amazing. So he started franchising, right? Franchising these McDonald's locations. They're putting McDonald's up everywhere. Everywhere there's a McDonald's, putting them up everywhere. He goes to see his banker. His banker says, you are broke. And the guy was like, what? How can I be broke? Like, I just opened up 3 locations here, 4 locations there. How can I be broke? He said, you're broke. That's it. You're broke. I don't know. You're spending a little more than it costs to make them. You're broke. And conveniently for him, there was another guy. You got to watch the movie Founder. There was another guy who was also in the bank who overheard their conversation. When Ray Kroc walked out, the guy was like, hey, excuse me, you own McDonald's? He's like, yeah. He said, man, I go to your restaurant twice a week. I love it. He said, yeah. He said, look, maybe there's something I can do to help you. He's like, yeah, well, it's not really working out. It's not being successful. Well, maybe I can help you. I'm like a CPA. I'm an accountant. I'm a financial strategist, whatever he was, good at numbers. Like, if you just let me look at your books, I might be able to help you. And he was like, whatever. So he took the guy. Natalie, good movie. It is a good movie. And it shows like how green Ray Kroc was. And like, yo, you messed up. You wasn't nice about that. You was a savage. You out here stealing businesses and stealing wives. You a savage. But anyway, he takes the guy to his office, opens up his books, and the guy's looking at the books, and the guy says, okay, I see what your problem is. He was like, what's my problem? He said, your problem is that you don't really know what business you're in. He's like, what do you mean? He said, you think that you're in the hamburger business, in the restaurant business, but you're not according to these numbers. And he's like, what are you talking about? He said, well, according to these numbers, you're actually in the real estate business. And you're not really profiting on the real estate. He's like, what do you mean? He said, so you're going out and you're giving these people the licenses to use their name McDonald's. They're finding their own locations. They're building their own locations. And the people that are actually making the money are not even the restaurants, the people who own the land underneath it. So whoever they're going to, the banks that they're going to like actually lease that land from, they're the ones who's making the money. So what you do now is the next time you go and you open up a new McDonald's franchise or sell a franchise to somebody, you buy the land first. Buy the land first, and you tell them that they can only build and open up a restaurant on land that you already own. So now you're getting the franchise fee and you're getting the rental and the lease for the property, for the McDonald's location that's on top of the property that you own now. Don't let the other bank in the other state make all that money. You make it. That's how you're gonna make it. You're in the real estate business. You're not in the burger business. He was like, what? And so that all he did was now change his approach. So he went and he did the same exact thing he was doing before. But like, yo, I'm gonna be, hey, yo, you want to open up a McDonald's franchise? Let me tell you why it's beneficial for you. Greatest restaurant in the world. You're gonna want to own one. You're gonna want a piece of this pie. Only difference is now he said, yo, but instead of you going out and finding your own location, you have to use the location that I already bought for you. So you're gonna build, and you're gonna build on a place that I select. So I'm gonna go out here. You like that spot? Cool. I'll buy this plot of land. You're gonna build a McDonald's location right here. You're not gonna go find another location and pay some random landlord all this money. You're gonna pay it to me. Homie made that pivot, and that's when the money started rolling. That's when he became crazy rich. That's when Ray Kroc really started getting the paper, because he understood, damn, this whole time I thought I was in the hamburger business, and I'm actually in the real estate business, yo. Shout out to that. And it's facts. Even in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, it talks about how Ray Kroc understood and came to the equation like, damn, I thought I was in a hamburger business, but I am in the real estate business. I got to do the exact same presentation I'm doing, except I got to buy the land first and then make sure that when they open a location, they're opening it on my land. So now you got to pay me the lease. You got to pay me the licensing right for using the McDonald's name and your McDonald's location, the franchise fee. But then you also got to pay me the rental for having your location on my property. He's double dipping, but like he's getting paid. Before he wasn't doing that, so he was losing money. And so it's crazy. Love Letitia. What up, Letitia? Welcome. Yeah, it was a heck of a pivot. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. That was a hell of a pivot. I'm telling you, the art of the pivot. I'm telling you, bro. And it's like, yo, that's what I'm learning now. The art of the pivot. Like, bro, it's not, oh, this thing isn't working. Let me go some whole other direction. It's saying, yo, bro, okay, this thing has the potential to work. I know because I'm smart. I chose this direction for a reason. I just got to make it work for me. Where do I got to pivot at? What do I have to change in this formula that I'm doing? Like, what do I have to change? Like, sometimes it's just easy. I was going to the gym all last year. I'm waking up 5 a.m., going to the gym, lifting weights, banging that shit out, going crazy. But I didn't see a lot of results. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm not beefing up and getting no results, the results that I want? And then I realized, bro, I found this out talking to one of my trainer homies. He was like, bro, what's your ideal weight? I was like, 200, 210, 215 maybe. I don't know yet. I haven't been up there, so I haven't felt how I felt. So I'm going up until I figure out a comfortable weight. He was like, okay, cool. If you want to do like 210, you have to eat 200 grams of protein a day. So like map it out and figure out how you can consume 200 to 215 grams of protein a day. You're supposed to have a gram of protein per pound of body weight that you want to have in order to maintain it. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, figured it out. So like, I bet. So I went and started like doing the math of like, okay, cool. If I eat this much tuna steak, this much pasta, this much this, and bring in those grams of protein that I need, boom, he was fucking right. Like he was 1000% right. My body started changing quickly because of the ammo that I was changing because my diet changed. Versus like I was in there doing all the right work. I was doing all the right stuff, but I wasn't consuming the right stuff to get the results. You can go and exercise all day. Trust me when I tell you, your diet is like a lot. I don't know the percentage, but it's a massive percentage, bro. Because like I've seen my body when I just exercise and then eat right, I look crazy. And then I've also seen my body when I didn't even exercise that much, but I was eating right and I look great. So I'm like, damn, it really is your diet. You'd be surprised. So it's like, yo, keep up with the gym, keep doing it, but pivot. Like all you gotta do is change your intake now. Now you gotta do the second half of it, change your intake, you know? And so that's really what it is. Like you'd be surprised. A small pivot can change a lot. If you set a plan for yourself, don't give up on it until you've seen every degree of separation that there is between you and that completely different place that you're trying to go, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm learning. I don't even know how I got started on the art of the pivot, but that's definitely like the theme of my life for this season. Like, okay, I feel like I'm doing all the right stuff. Now I just got to make sure all that right stuff is working for me. You know what I'm saying? Chasing Smiles. Can you ever have too much protein? I want to say too much of anything is bad for you. I feel like I've heard that before. I don't think I've heard of anybody like dying over too much protein. Maybe Natalie could help. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else in here is like a nutritionist or a dietitian or something like that. But too much of anything, it can't be good for you. So I would say, I don't know. I've never heard of that problem before. But I think if you consume a lot of protein but you don't exercise, the protein that you're eating, instead of feeding your muscles, is going to feed your fat. So you're just going to get fatter, I think. Like if you sit on the couch all day and drink nothing but protein shakes, you're just going to get fat. Like that's just what it is. So yeah, and then if we're talking about just getting fat, like it's levels to that. You could become a whale if you wanted to, for real. But yeah, I don't know. If you exercise properly, then the protein's gonna feed your muscles and you're gonna go the right way. But if you don't, then it's just gonna it's gonna slide out. It's gonna disappear. You know, you're gonna turn into more fat. Dang, this life is the truth. Honestly, the art of the pivot, like that's what I'm learning right now. But again, like the art of pivoting is also like something that you get to after you've already established a course for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're like somebody who's like hasn't even started, then pivoting doesn't make sense to you. You gotta establish yourself first. You gotta establish yourself first, and then you gotta like go hard. Like even right now, me with the live stream, I'm thinking to myself, like, I kept asking myself, how long can I do the lives? Like, how long can I go with doing this? This is episode 43, I believe. So I'm like, yo, I'm either going to stop at 50 episodes and be like, yeah, congrats, and y'all just watch all the replays on or I got to find a way to pivot it to something that makes more sense and something that I can actually continuously do without, I don't know, just something I can continuously do. So I was telling my friend that, I was like, yo, what do you think I should do? Should I just stop after I get to 50 episodes? She's like, nah, I think you should just like evolve it into something else. Like you've already put so much energy into it. So now it's your job to evolve it into something else. I'm actually dropping a course right now too. I'm dropping a course called Infinite Optimism. So like, it's the same thing. It's pretty much going to be it's pretty much going to be the same like quality of stuff, but it's a course that I'm dropping on how to stay positive. Like in the worst of the worst, bro, there's actual things that you can do to stay positive. It's like a 5-part thing that I'm putting together. It's like, yo, your diet, socializing. Oh, I actually wrote it down. Books, exercise, diet, socializing, and belief system. Like if you do these things in the right kind of way, you can produce optimism in yourself. Like you can produce optimism in yourself. You can like negate all that negativity. You can push all that negativity out of your mind. You can't really like get rid of negative thoughts. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like you can't get rid of them just by like saying, I want these negative thoughts to not be here. You have to force out negative thoughts by forcing in positive thoughts. And that's really what it breaks down to. Chasing Smiles, appreciate you for the teddy bear. Yeah. Appreciate you. Oh, snap. Appreciate you for the teddy bears. Thank you, Chasing Smiles. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chasing Smiles. Yeah, you can't actually like, appreciate that. Yeah, I got 50% of my live goal, you feel me? I just need 5 more of these teddy bears and we lit. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, you can't actually like get rid of negative thoughts by just saying, hey, I want these negative thoughts to disappear. But your mind is still empty. An idle mind is the devil's playground. If you keep your mind empty and negative is going to bring you down. Empty is going to keep you nowhere in this limbo, in this purgatory. You got to drown your mind with positivity. You got to surround yourself with so much positivity that it forces out the lethargic thoughts of sitting still and inspires you to actually do action. And it forces out all the negative thoughts that are actually going to have you moving backwards. So you got to like drown yourself in positivity. So I'm creating this formula right now called Infinite Optimism. You can pre-order it right now too. If you hit the link in my bio and go to like my merch site, you can pre-order the Infinite Optimism course, and I'm definitely gonna have that. So that's gonna be part of my pivot too. Like, yo, boom, I can pivot it to something that you can go and enjoy, despite whether I'm actively here or not. Like, load up a lot of the best stuff, put it into a course, and just have it for you guys. So it's like, yo, I went through that course and it was fire. But I also want to make it interactive. So it's like, yo, there's actually worksheets involved, actually like tests you can do and studies you can do. I read this book called Limitless by Jim Quick. It's this book right here. It's going to be backwards for you guys because the thing is backwards, but this book Limitless by Jim Quick. And man, this is a good book. Like, I read this one because he promised to teach me how to speed read, how to remember anything, and how to I can't remember the last thing, but he made some promises to me. And it's crazy because it worked. Like, homie worked it. Like, it really worked. And I was like, bam. Can you hold that up again? Hey, Jasmine, you back up in here? Yeah, I'll hold it up. I'll just flip this so you can see it properly. Flip the camera. Bam. This is the book right here. It's called Limitless by Jim Quick. Yeah. This is a good book. I'll be honest with you. It was kind of dry. It was kind of dry in some of the spots, but homie has worked with everybody. Look, he got a quote by Will Smith on the top. You know? And it's a decent book. Decent book. And I read this like at the end of last year, or maybe in the summertime or something like that. I read it because homie promised to teach me how to speed read and how to remember anything. And I'll be honest with you, he's smart because he kept all the good stuff to the end of the book. So I was like, all right, I had to read the whole book before I got to it. Pretty much, they called him the boy with the broken brain. He's an Asian kid named Jim Quick. I want to say he was raised in like upstate New York. And when he was young, he was in elementary school. He had a brain accident. He was playing around in class, or there was a fire truck that passed by his window, and he stood up on a chair to see it. And one of the kids moved the chair out the way. He fell, hit his head against a radiator, and he had a really bad head injury. And it was like, okay, damn. So after he had the head injury, he found that it was really hard for him to like learn and retain things. Like his memory was foggy, and he couldn't pay attention. And it was after this impact. And so they ended up calling him the boy with the broken brain. And the only thing that like helped him out was he may not have, like, he couldn't read. He really couldn't read, and he couldn't remember anything, which is crazy because he's a memory expert now. He couldn't read and he couldn't remember anything. But the only thing that he enjoyed looking at was comic books. And the comic books that he loved the most was the X-Men. He liked the X-Men because the X-Men were not like Superman. Superman was born strong. X-Men were all mutants and freaks and against the rules. They were all mutants. None of them were right. Ajane Design Studio. How old are you? I'm 30. Yeah, I'm 30 years old. I'm born July 27, 1993. And so he ends up like looking at these comic books, looking at the X-Men comics. And he said, yo, for years, he said he looked at the comic one time and he realized that the Xavier Institute for Mutants was in upstate New York. And so he would jump on his bicycle as like an 11-year-old, 10-year-old kid and ride around the neighborhood looking for the X-Men school. He was going to look for the X-Men because he realized he lived in upstate New York. He's like, oh, snap. So he was riding up and down looking for the school. Like, one day I'm going to find the school. And when he found the school, he was going to find his home, like, to be around the X-Men. He obviously never found the school. But what happened was he ended up, like, making his way through high school, and then he was starting college. And it was like his freshman year. And a friend of his was like, hey, I'm going to go back to my family's house, wherever that is. And so he decided to go with his friend back to his friend's family's house. And his friend's dad asked him, hey, do you have a list of goals? Like, what do you want to do? And the guy was like, man, I'm kind of behind. I have a hard time learning. He was faking it. He was faking it through school. He was acting like he knew how to read and stuff, but he really kind of couldn't. He was just faking it through school. And his friend's dad was like, look, man, if there was nothing stopping you, I want you to write a list of goals, write a list of things that you want. That if there was nothing stopping you, what would you have? Like, what would you have? What would you be? Where would you go? How much money would you make? Just write it down on a piece of paper. Write a list out. And so the guy wrote a list, and he folded it up, and he was about to put it in his pocket, but his friend's dad snatched the list, opened it up, and read it back to him. So you, Jim Quick, you're saying you want to do this, have this, be this, go here, say this, make that. Okay, cool. He folded it up, gave it to him. He said, Jim, I want you to know that you're much closer to your dreams and your objectives than you know. You're much closer to all those things, to attaining all those things than you know. And he was like, no, it's impossible. Like, you don't understand. My life is hard. I can't learn. I'm stupid. I'm not a smart person. My brain, I'm a dumb person. Like, I can't do it. And he's like, no, the distance actually between you and where you want to go is about this big. That's the distance between where you want to go. He said, no, you must be joking. He said, no, I'm not joking. Between where you are now and where you want to go is about this big. And then he was like, huh? And then his friend's dad put his hands like right over his head and like the size that he was showing was the size of this guy's head. It was like, yo, boom, here. The distance between where you want to go is right here in your head. In your brain is the distance. So he was like, just showing, yo, the distance between where you are now and where you want to be is about this big. Boom. And it's right here inside of your head. If you can figure this out and turn this into your mode of transportation to get where you want to go, you're this far away from everything you want in the world. And then I just fired him up. So he went back to college and he just had a renewed like sense of self. Like, man, he's right. And he was like, yo, I want to challenge you to read one book a week or some crazy shit like that, like a book a month. And he's like, no, I want to challenge you to read one book a week. He took him into his library and he loaded up a whole bunch of books and gave it to him. Said, here, you're going to read all these books and you're going to read one each week. And he's like, bro, that's impossible. It's impossible. Even if I stay up morning, noon, and night, I can't read a book in a week. And he was like, no, I'm going to teach you how. And so he taught him how to read a book a week. And like he taught him how to speed read, how to remember anything. And so now Jim Quick is this world traveling celebrity memory coach. And one of the greatest stories in the book is how eventually he got booked to speak at like this seminar for 20th Century Fox. And so he did this talk on stage for 20th Century Fox. And then one day one of the presidents of 20th Century Fox was like, okay, yeah, come and let's hang out. He's talking to him all day. He's like, man, I really wish that our staff and our crew had the ability to speak to you. Do you have time to come to Vancouver? We're shooting the next X-Men movie in Vancouver. Would you like to come with us? And his mind was blown. He's like, wait, you got to be joking. He's like, no, we're going to shoot the next X-Men movie, X-Men Days of Future Past in Vancouver. Do you want to come? And he was like, bro, I'm not going to say no to that. So he said, yo, next thing I know, I'm on a private jet with the entire crew and cast of X-Men. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and this one and that one and this one and that one and this one. And so he's flying with them on the jet, goes on set, and he's helping everybody with memory, helping the actors remember their lines and do all this other stuff. He's helping them with memory training and brain training and all this stuff. And then they ended up doing something really nice for him. When he left that experience and got back home, he said there was a package waiting for him at his house. And when he opened it up, he said, "Hey, Jim, I know, based on hearing your story, you used to spend hours as a kid looking for the X-Men school. And we just want to, as a thank you for coming, we just want to send you a picture of your class graduation." And there was a picture of him with all the X-Men around him. You feel me? It was a picture of him with all the X-Men, all the X-Men signed it. Like, they all signed it. And so it's like his whole life came full circle towards the end of that. It was like, yo, he was a kid, and the only thing he had was the X-Men comics. And then he ended up getting invited to speak at 20th Century Fox. And 20th Century Fox is a production company that put on those X-Men movies. And he ended up on set with them, on a jet with him. And then when he got back home, there was a picture, a signed picture. And the guy wrote, "Yo, here's a picture of your class graduation. Congratulations." And it's like, yo, that's fire. This is a fire story. You know what I'm saying? Stories like that make you emotional. It's like, damn, I didn't even process that when I read it myself. And I'm the one who read the damn book. But yeah, it's dope. Super dope. But yeah, what was the point of me talking about Jim Quick again? Oh yeah, I was talking about the course and how I want it to be like, how I want to do like actual worksheets that people can work out, because he promised to teach me how to speed read, and I promise it's real. When I got to the end of the book, it was like, yo, here's a test. You're going to pick a book, you're going to read certain, like a page in a book, and you're going to use this equation to measure your reading speed. And I was like, all right, cool. I read it, and I was like, oh, I think my reading speed was like 120 words a minute or something like that. And I was like, oh, bet, I'm smart. And then it said, the average American reads between 150 to 250 words a minute. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm dumb. I'm slow. This is crazy. He said, yeah, but we can increase that speed if you do some of these things. Did you know that President John F. Kennedy had a reading speed of like between 500 to 1,200 words a minute? Like, apparently John F. Kennedy, president, was like a ridiculously fast reader. And it was incredible. He was a speed reader. And he said, yo, once you develop the habit of speed reading, reading actually becomes like a movie. When you're a speed reader, like regular readers do like this and they kind of get it. When you're a speed reader, you can look at large clusters of information on a page and you just see like images. It's like a movie. Boom, 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 boom. So you just start like acquiring this information kind of like a supercomputer. And it's really interesting. But he was like, yo, John F. Kennedy was reading 500 words to 1,200 words a minute. And apparently that's why his speeches were so fast, because he was just faster than everybody else. I didn't know he was smart like that. But anyway, he was like, yo, if you do this technique and then this technique, do this the next time you read it, and then test yourself again. What's your reading speed now? And I did what he said. He's like, okay, cool. Do this, and like you got to use like a cursor, like use something to measure your speed, like use something like a pen or something, and just follow the words. And then also don't sound out the words inside of your head. It sounds counterintuitive, but it isn't. Don't sound out the words inside of your head. Your reading speed, a lot of times, is only your reading speed because it's your speaking speed. You're thinking at the same rate of speaking, and you don't understand that this is different than this. Your brain can move much faster. So he was like, look, hum or something. Next time you read, don't allow your brain to mouth out the words because it's slowing you down. And I was like, that's some next level shit. Like, don't sound out the words in my head. Okay, use a cursor and then don't sound out the words. And I ran through that shit. I was like, He said, now test your reading speed. My reading speed had doubled. It was 120 something. Now it was like 2 something, like 230 something, 240 something. And I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. I said it to say, there are certain tips and tricks and things that people could put in front of you that will increase your. Now my reading speed is faster because of a book. Not even a real person showed it to me, like a physical person. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm setting up this course right now. You could pre-order it. It's going to be in my bio. I'm going to add the link to my bio right now. Infinite Optimism. Go and get my course. It's going to be fire. Super fire. Let me see. Thank you. You make it hard to stay away, King. Hey, Jasmine, appreciate you. Your memory is A1. Killy. Hey, man, look, bro. I'll be honest. My memory, bro, I used to not have a good memory. That's why I'm so, like, fired up about the changes that people can make in their life, because I made all these changes myself. Like, you can choose different and you can have different. And when I realized that, I was like, bruh, cool. You're not shackled to anything, really. You're not shackled to anything at all. You can change. You can lose weight. You can gain weight. You can lose friends. You can gain friends. You know, like, you can do so many things the second you decide that you have the power to. If you keep thinking that you're a beast of burden and product of your environment, then you're never going to make those changes. However, if you come to the conclusion in your mind, like, yo, bro, I do have the power to change. This person changed. That person changed. This person changed. This person was broken, now they're a millionaire. That person broken, a millionaire. This person was broken, now they're a millionaire, billionaire even. This is crazy. Elon Musk sold his first company. I think it's the company that he sold his first company, Zip2. I think he had like a couple million dollars because of that. And then when it sold again, or X or whatever it was that invariably ended up becoming PayPal, this dude was up like $200 million or something like that. But he was up $200 million. He put $100 million into Tesla. He put another $100 million into SpaceX. And then I think he had like 50 million left. And then he put like 40 million into, or 50 million, the last 50 million he put it into Solar City, I believe it was. He just dropped all his money from one sale into this. Bro, the dude just had upwards of $200 million, and he had to ask friends to borrow money to pay his rent. And I thought that was the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Homie, you just got a check for like 250 million. You put 100 into Tesla when it was starting. You put 100 into SpaceX. And then you put 50 into Solar City. How in the world do you need to call people to ask for money to pay for your rent? And it's like, bro, that's just what it was. Like, I had to put everything I had into those companies, or they weren't gonna sustain. I had to put everything into them so that they could start. That's the real measure of putting your money where your mouth is. How many people are gonna make $250 million and then in a week be like, yo, can you shoot me like $2,000 so I can pay my rent real quick? Bro, you just had $200 million. Yeah, and I put it into my projects. Bro, how many people are gonna do that? Not many. You feel me? But like, when you believe in something, you go the distance for it. You feel me? And I've been blessed because I've been able to see and experiment myself. So when Kelly talking about I got a good memory, it's really because like, bro, I wanted a good memory. I do things on a regular to like increase my memory. Like, I'll look at a license plate while I'm driving down the street, and I'll do my best to take a mental image of that license plate. QDEF85. Bam. Cool. How long can I snatch that up and go on about it? I just memorized a friend of mine's phone number, like for no reason. I knew the number. I saw the number a few times. I'm like, I'm gonna remember this. Remembered it. Now I know this person's number, and I'm not gonna forget it. When they send me those like 6-digit codes, like, yo, here's a 6-digit code so you get into your account. It's like, all right, cool. I don't allow the iPhone to automatically put it in. I remember it because I never know when I'm gonna need to remember something. You feel me? Quick little story too. I was going to Ghana. I flew from Miami to Atlanta. When I got to Atlanta, my connecting flight had just departed. And I was like, yo, because my Miami flight was late. My Miami flight was late taking off and late landing. And so they made me miss my next flight. I'm like, yo, what is this? So I went to the desk like, yo, please don't tell me that this flight left already. I got an itinerary to keep. And they were like, yeah, it already left, but don't worry, there's another flight leaving at 11 o'clock. Just go, they'll rebook you over there. I went to the help desk. I get to the help desk, I'm like, hey, I need help. My flight just got, they left without me. This one landed late, that one's already gone. Crazy. And they was like, oh, okay, so the next flight that we have is leaving in 2 days, or like the next day, this way and that way. And I was like, yo, I can't leave in the next day because I'm flying and I got an itinerary to keep. Like, I gotta go. I'm flying international. I need to, gotta make this work. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. The next flight that's leaving. We're leaving out of JFK in a day from now. That's the best we can do. And I was like, wait a minute. When I was at that desk over there and the guy was telling me the flight left, he said, yeah, I got another flight leaving at 11 o'clock. And she's like, what? She did her little clicking and clacking away. She's like, oh, there is a flight leaving at 11 o'clock. Okay, I don't know why they didn't show up the first time. Here, I'll put you on that one. And I was like, yo, if I didn't hear that guy say that, and I didn't tell this woman who's behind this information desk, who I don't know why you don't got this info, I would have missed that flight. My whole schedule, I wouldn't have had a Ghana trip. My whole schedule would have been messed up. I'd have been just screwed over. But it was convenient that I heard what the man said, and I remembered it. So, like, you never know when your memory's going to serve you, but that saved me. The fact that I told her, wait, he said there's a flight leaving at 11. And she was like, oh, there is. But she didn't see that until I said something about it. Imagine if I ain't say it. If I ain't say it, she would have had me all the way up in New York waiting for 2 days. No, that's crazy. So you never know. So yeah, I trained myself to have a good memory, dog, because I want it. When you read books, bro, your memory increases. I'll tell you that. Like, it's not a sexy truth. Like, I don't know why people hate reading so much. But like, yo, it's a sexy truth when you could use it. When I could sit inside a room and captivate people off of something that I remember that no one else can remember, it's enjoyable. It makes me feel good as a person versus being the kind of person that's sitting here looking through my phone, seeing something. Oh, snap, look at this. And then we're both looking at it and we're both distracted for a minute. And now both our vibes just went down because We just saw some gossipy little moment that we're gonna forget in 5 minutes, but we don't get the 5 minutes that we spent to watch that bullshit back. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Good morning, Ajane. What's up? Subscribe. Hey, Letitia. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you, Letitia. I just realized I'm 2 years younger than what I've been telling people. Fountain of Youth. Hold up, bruh. Dan B, wait a minute. What do you mean by this? You're 2 years younger than what you've been telling people? How did you just realize that? How old are you, Dan B? It's crazy. Clever. Flex. I'm telling you. Oh, great story. He found a school. He did find a school. It's crazy. The power of writing things down. Absolutely. The power of writing things down. I made it to EID celebration for the completion of Ramadan. Have a good day, Mr. Hoodie. Hey, it was a pleasure. Peace, Hannah. Have a good day. Keeping the faith. Hi, what's up? Keeping the faith. Dope. Letitia, appreciate you. I look for your lives every day. Hey, we be up in here. We be up in here just being Mimi, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. So, I'm actually about to jump off the live. I'm doing my best to only be up on here for like an hour and a half every morning, Monday through Friday. And so, y'all have an incredible day. We tapping out. Low-key, I'll be forgetting my age, too. Letitia, that's deep. I don't know. That's new to me. That's new to me. That's new to me. Dan B, I didn't understand. He said, yeah, I'm 2 years younger than what I've been telling people I was. Well, like, you found your birth certificate or something? I wish I could forget. Nat, I know I'll be here every day. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm doing my best to stay on point with the starting time and stopping time. So I told myself I'm being in 10 to like 11:30, and I'm still figuring it out. I don't really know how I want to like work it all out, but it's working somehow. Again, appreciate y'all for being up in here in the live. We live streaming on TikTok, we live streaming on Instagram, and we also live streaming on YouTube when this is done. If you like this live and you heard something beneficial, you can go straight to the YouTube channel. You can rewatch it. It's going to be right there, readily accessible for you in this little playlist called TikTok Replays. What's the times again? The times is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 11:30. Yeah, I really should probably be doing 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., but I'm doing 10 a.m. to like 11:30. And yeah, we're in here. You know what I'm saying? I also got to find a better times because maybe it's smarter for me to go live in the evening times. I'm going to figure it out. But the cool thing is we've been consistent. This is episode 43, so we're 7 episodes away from 50 episodes, which means when we get to 50 episodes, since we do 5 episodes a week, that means that when we get to 50 episodes, we have officially done 10 weeks in a row of streaming consistently. Shout out to us. 10 weeks. So again, I've had problems with consistency in the past, and I promised myself that I'm going to be way more consistent. So this is a good way for me to do that. Going to the gym, doing the lives, and handling my business is just me teaching myself how to be consistent because that's what I want. In order for you to be successful, you got to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? So we up in here. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all later. Y'all have an incredible day. Do something incredible. Do something that you're scared to do. Remember that your life is in your hands. You're the engine of your success. The second you turn on, your life is going to turn on. You'd be surprised. Like, you do something today and then you get a phone call out of this world that'll change your life. You feel me? And there's another guarantee I can make you. There's at least 3 to 5 contacts that you have in your contact list right now that if you reach out to them today, they'll change your life. You know, you're not calling them for whatever reason you're not calling them, but we all have at least 3 to 5 contacts in our phone that if we actually tap in, make that call, no matter how crazy the call may be, it does have the potential to change our life. It could change our days, our weeks, our months, our years, and invariably our lives. So I want to motivate you, whatever those 3 to 5 calls are that you should be making, that you know you should be making, that you're not making right now for whatever reason and fearful reason, I want to motivate you to make them. You feel me? But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later. Peace, Letitia. Just being Mimi, Nat, Chasing Smiles, Killy. I'm going to see all you guys later. And if you're in Miami, come to my live show. I got a live show happening this Friday at Salamander. We're about to tear it up. Me and a live band. We're going to get it popping. Oh, I'm probably going to go live later tonight because I have a live rehearsal that we're doing. So I'll be at my rehearsal at 8 o'clock. So I might end up going back live tonight so I can show y'all what the rehearsal is going to look like for the show that's coming up this Friday. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace and be safe and be cool and the whole nine. Natalie, April 12th. Yup. Friday, April 12th. Shalonda. Don't forget your show. Yep, Friday, April 12th. Yes. Thank you, Nat, my accountability partner. All right, I'm going to see you guys later. Have an amazing day. Peace. We out of here. The show is coming up this Friday.